Greetings, traveler in Paimon. I was a little surprised myself when I received the invitation. But after wandering the...
Kazuha, when we saw you
Ah, yes. You see, when I came, I could tell they were not footsteps of a... Even though I didn't manage to catch a glimpse of...
Oh, does the paper happen to have a...
Huh. Fascinating. It's almost hard to believe such things. Sure, here it is.
Last time, story this... Well, if Paimon were to rate today's story, it sounds pretty unfortunate.
I don't think there's any...
But according to the story, Akihito was exiled by the shogun, huh? Traveler, what are you thinking about?
Ah, by the way, you mentioned that in Liyue and Inazuma, while sailing at sea, I sometimes
Wow, that's an idea.
Interesting. Stamped. Indeed, it is an efficient solution. If we use a stamp, then Xingqiu won't have to struggle with... Since Xingqiu's signature has been... But I have another idea.
Yes, that's it, Jinyu. Your writing has greatly improved today.
My apologies, but I simply can't do it anymore.
You just had a 10-minute break. Come on.
When it comes to pushing a deadline, there's no...
No wonder Lady Yai would always send the editorial director to...
Whoa, this is getting scary. It has...
Mr. Hiroyama, we found a solution in both Liyue and Inazuma. Seals are widely used as the equivalents of of course, a seal on its own as... First, we'll use a personalized seal. We can simply carve one using... In addition, I'll also design a simple but elegant pattern.
All right, I think that would work. Not only does it...
So, what you...
Mr. Hiroyama, it suddenly occurred to me that the reason we gave up on live book signings previously? But if we adopted Calx's proposed method, and if all the authors signed their books in the same fashion, then Genyu's signature wouldn't look out...
If you think it's feasible, I would certainly...
Yes.
In that case, I shall...
It is a great honor to use a signature designed by Calx.
My pen name is quite complicated and isn't suitable for signing.
Great! Looks like everyone's on board with you.
I'm sorry to have kept you busy for so long, Jinyu. Please, take the books that Jinyu already signed can be...
We did it. The event is set.
Thanks to everyone's efforts, Onodera and I are finally free of the...
That's right! You're finally free! We still have some time to burn.
Traveler, there you are.
Oh, it's Ayaka!
I was just going to the festival. This bar just happened to be close by at the time.
But the paper...
Here's the paper.
Huh. All the poems we found before were...
And even though there are only 2 short sentences...
If we take the poem literally, it reads, "Dip this paper in water." And speaking of which, I have an ancient text at home, specializing in ancient...
So, shall we give it a whirl? Wow, look! It's really working! More words have appeared on the paper! Let Paimon see what it's... The story says that after Sumizomi got the collection of poems from Akihito, the plagiarized words in the...
You see, Paimon, in the past, when printing was not yet well developed, to ensure the text lasted long, such special inks are However, since Akihito's poetry collection was... But as for the plagiarized poems, not only would they lack Akihito's seal, but the words would also react differently when it...
Which means Akihito...
Yes, it appears that although the story is saddening, I've decided on this kazuha, Ayaka. Would you be willing to be the models for my paintings?
I would be delighted.
Yes, as...
There you go! The next 2 points...
Yes. And now that all 4 stories...
Long ago, Inazuma had 5 legendary poets. People bestowed upon them the title of the 5 Kasen.
One year, the poet Suiko made his way to Tenshukaku and presented the Kasen's work for the shogun's perusal. But a page from the works of Aoi no Okina had been torn out, and Suiko was questioned regarding the matter. Suiko pleaded guilty. He admitted to drinking at the tavern the night before, and vaguely recalled a mysterious figure approaching while he was intoxicated.
That figure was none other than Aoi no Okina himself. This turn of events had begun with an unnamed individual, under whose coercion Aoi no Okina was forced to take drastic measures to retrieve a page of poetry. He knew nothing of this individual's true intentions. All he knew was that the poem had to do with an old acquaintance, Akihito.
Akihito had once belonged to the 5 Kasen. Each poem he composed, he marked with a scarlet red seal, hence the Aka in his name. Such a distinguished writer was he, and yet one of the poems he had submitted the previous year was found to be plagiarized. Akihito was exiled for his crimes, and only 4 of the 5 Kasen remained.
Sumizome went over Akihito's poems and noticed that the plagiarized poem lacked his seal. She immersed his poetry in a stream nearby, and only on the plagiarized poem did the ink run. Aoi no Okina passed by and witnessed Sumizome's doing, which he then recorded in a poem. Thus transpired the events of Suiko's poetry submission, and this is where the story comes to an end.
Ever since we completed the story of the 5 Kasen, there's still one thing Paimon hasn't been... One of the 5 Kasen is called Kuranushi, right? It's just that... How could the story of the 5...
Oh! Have you really not noticed?
Huh? Not noticed what?
What he means is that the story of Kuranushi was already embedded within the 4 poems.
Huh?
That's right. The key lies in the poem that Aoi no Okina wrote after seeing Sumizome rinse. An average person could never understand the scene. Even Aoi no Okina couldn't figure out the meaning behind Sumizome's act. However, for the perpetrator he was worried that if this poem was seen by the shogun, then the shogun could discover the truth behind the plagiarism. So in desperation, he threatened Aoi no.
Which means the one who threatened Aoi no Okina is the same. What? Kuranushi?
That's right. Though there are only 4 poems, they still, since the shogun mentioned in the poems is certainly not the one of the 5 kasen, the only character left is the mysterious one with an unknown identity.
Oh, okay.
However, this also brings... The story of the 5 kasen has more or less... Which begs the question...
A Kuranushi?
Speaking of which, I wonder if our dear Kazuha has come...
Oh, right! Kazuha!
Festivals always attract so many people.
Hey, Kazuha! Are you okay? You've been...
Apologies for making...
Yes. A few things did come to mind. I don't mind
Hey!
Kaidehara, please forgive my assumption.
The Raiden Goku...
It appears that Miss Kami... But it also has much to do with the Yashiro Commission.
It's fine. However, this matter is somewhat complicated. As you all know, the Yashiro Commission's primary purpose is managing ceremonial and culture. The Raiden Gokuden were once the top 5 schools of the forging art in Ina's. Unfortunately, of the 5, only the Amenoma art still maintains its artist. The descendants of the Ishin art are not...
Whoa! We knew Kazuha came from a noble family, but we had no idea about his connection to the Yashiro Commission and sword-making.
Yes, but that's all part of the past now. My grandfather was dissatisfied with my great-grandfather's lack of effort. And in my generation...
I heard my elder brother mention that the decline of the Raiden Gokuden happened very rapidly. In the span of a few decades, later, there was speculation that all of these misfortunes... However, since not every family of the Raiden Gokuden...
Indeed. I've also believed... However, I know that a major incident... Not only did it affect the Kaedehara clan, but it nearly jeopardized the Kamisato clan. After reading the story of the 5 kasen,
What exactly happened to you?
I still can't say. I need to speak with... I will tell you everything I know then.
Make sure you get in line early to buy your special edition drinks!
So, what's the point of this?
Festivals always attract so many people.
I just absolutely...
The 5 Kasen Plaza is significantly less crowded now, but it's still too early to...
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, Sarah!
Oh, it's you. Do you have something to report? Really? The Tenryo Commission has a responsibility to ensure public...
Oh, you look really busy.
Nothing serious, really. We've just received a lot of reports in the past, even troublemakers hogging the photo board. All minor incidents. Still, I take the fact that so many people are... Shogun gave us orders to provide security at the Iridori Festival.
Well, no matter how busy you are, at least you still found some time to come here and buy an Almighty Shogun figurine, right?
What do you mean, figurine?
No need to be shy. Actually, Miko told us that you...
That Lady Gucci, how could she disclose... To be clear, I have no intention to hide that...
Oh? What is it?
That is not a figurine. It's a statue of Her Excellency, the Almighty Narukami Agosho, God of Thunder. Do I make myself clear?
Almighty Naru...
This particular statue of Her Excellency, the Almighty Narukami, many people have been lining up since, well...
Oh, really? So you...
Normally, of course, I would come to purchase one myself. But we are required to report for duty long.
What?
So instead, I had someone.
Oh, right! Didn't you say they're limited to one per customer?
I anticipated the same at first, but Lady Gujiyae found a I don't know who the professional is. I assume it would be. I am fortunate to have had Lady Guji. As well as being willing, they would need to be an early riser. And
Early riser and tall.
what was that sound? Really? Well, never mind.
Make sure you get in line early to buy your special edition drinks.
What's the point of this story again?
Uh-oh, you found me. Sayu, what are you doing here? Shh, quiet. No way. I've been here since last night so I only meant to take a short nap. Oh, sheesh. Good. I guess my only hope now is to sacrifice myself. Really? Great. Make sure you get in line early to buy your special edition drinks.
Why so sell it? Huh?
Huh, you didn't manage. She'd been lining up since before.
What's the point of this story again?
The festival's always attracted so many.
The first batch was smaller than I expected. Well, since I'm here now...
I can't believe it. A whole load of people are saying they didn't manage to get one. Might have...
So, what's the point of this story again?
Terribly sorry. I was otherwise occupied this morning and had someone else watch the shop.
Hey, what about those ones at the back?
I'm sorry, those are... Please don't be too disappointed. We're only selling them.
But when will the next batch? Also, this poor guy came all the way from Mondstadt. He got here earlier than me and was at least 50 places ahead of me. Even he didn't get one. How do you
Look, I don't know a whole lot about Inazuman festivals, but they do seem to have sold out pretty quickly.
I'm terribly sorry, but I've triple-checked the sales...
Why don't we get the
10...
Sorry, who are...
Oh, are you saying this falls under...
Yeah, it does. That's weird. Shh. If the Tenryou Commission finds out about this, Kujo Sarah will come ask me about it. Anyway, we can...
Well, since
Since I came all this way and...
Thank you both for your understanding.
So we're supposed to be You mean me? Sorry, Did I hear anything?
I'll take these, please.
Thank you for your patronage.
Thank you. Patronage. Huh? How many? That's not how you count it! 16 snores should be about 1 minute. And if we add on the time, right, sales only started about 4 hours ago. So there's, which means, even though I only woke up just now, well, anyway, so then, who's the bad guy? Well, the shop was pretty strict with this promotion. Not only was there a 1 per customer limit, and with SARS people patrolling the area. If someone was up to no good, let's go ask the guy who said... If you're tired from walking all around the festival, how about...
Huh? You want to know how I got...
Huh? What?
It's a no, okay?
Huh? How come?
How did you know?
Huh? Oh.
Okay, fine. Since you guessed it anyway, I came here bright and early to line up. But the first batch of statues sold out. To my surprise, I saw him moving boxes and boxes worth of statues out of the store. Well, yes.
It's not for you to decide whether it was...
Huh? It's...
The Tenryou Commission has received reports that someone has been hoarding goods to resell at... It is against the law for a staff member to abuse their position to forge sales records. We have already investigated the situation at Apeikusu.
But
Please hand over your statue of Her Excellency, the Almighty Naruka.
Fine.
You guys figured this out pretty quickly.
In fact, we were only just tipped off.
Yikes! I've been spotted.
Oh, you must be the professional.
We were...
Is that so? Really? Thank you.
Oh, yeah, right. I definitely would...
I see. Don't blame yourself. According to the intelligence, if we confront him head-on, since you've spent the... Would you be willing to...
What?
Who introduced you? That guy. But let me be clear. This product is highly sought out.
The price has gone up again?
Well, you can take it or...
We gotta keep negotiating as long as we can.
I don't have Hey, at that price, why don't you just act... Hey, at that price, why don't you just ask me to give it to you for free? Deal. Let's get...
Hold on.
You think that's high? It'll be... You think this is a game or something? If you're not serious...
The next location you move to will be the police station.
The Tenryo Commission? When did you...
Thank you for your help. The culprit has revealed the...
Great! So once Epekusu has kept this time...
I'm afraid it's not that simple. The stolen goods will have...
Paimon can't...
I would be grateful if you could inform the shopkeeper about...
Although Sora didn't say anything, she seemed a little disappointed, don't you think? Aww. Is there really nothing we can do? Make sure you get in line early.
And the crowd go!
I see. Thank you. Wait, hold on. Now that I think about it, after all, it was our negligence that caused trouble.
Really? Sounds good. As long as we get... Uh-oh. Please. Sayu.
Oh. Is...
We just grabbed it and came straight...
Of course. This is a prototype Otherwise, how could one hope to capture even 1,000th of the almighty shogun, let alone maintain it? To do that, you must buy a special kind... It's also essential to clean it often, to avoid a buildup of dust.
Sara!
What's wrong? These are the 5 principles for maintenance of the statue of Her Excellency, the
I never knew there was such a fuss over these tiny figurines. I'm surprised Miko never mentioned it to me.
Your Excellency!
I had some spare time, so I decided to come out for a stroll.
It was him.
Hey, what?
Huh. I didn't know you liked little...
Your Excellency.
Very well.
Watching Sara, she looked kinda sad.
I have another such figurine in Tenshukaku. A sample sent by I shall not go back on my word. I have... Or to save you the trouble, I can have someone from Why
does all this have to be so...
Good. I'll have someone at... Oh. And I wish you a pleasant and...